This slide also show the في الدايجرام about the structure. يعني هو مو chemical structure بالضبط بس مشبهة في تشبيه بسيط حتى only to show the side chain that attach للبيرول group. نفس الشيء اليوروبورفيرين 1 and 3. الاختلاف هو طبعا هم both of them السايد تشين اللي attach للبيرول هو البروبانويت والاسيتيت، بس اختلاف المواقع ادى على انه يوروبورفيرين 1 و 3. كوبروبورفيرين 1 and 3 نفس الشيء، بس شنو السايد تشين اللي موجودة على البيرول رينج هي البروبانويت والميثيل. اختلاف المواقع ادى الى ان يكون فاذا احنا نحفظ in general شنو السبستيوشن، ما نحفظ هذه السب كلاسز بس نحفظ الجنرال سبستيوشن، وهم مو رسم بينما هذا رسم توضيحي حتى يبقى ببالنا شنو الجروبس اللي موجودة ادت الى most important 3 porphyrins in nature. This slide shows the structure of heme. It means porphyrine 9 with metal. هنا iron complex formation with the 4 nitrogen atom of tetrapyrrole ring. لو كان without الايرون راح يكون عندي porphyrine 9 لأنه substitution الموجود هو methyl, vinyl and propanil. Porphyrinogens. These porphyrin precursors exist in a chemically reduced colorless form. These serve as intermediate between porphobilinogen and the oxidized colored protoporphyrins in heme biosynthesis. يعني the precursor colorless بس تدريجيا حتتحول، واحنا بالبداية قلنا هي pigments of life. The initial reaction and the last 3 steps in the formation of porphyrins occur in mitochondria. The intermediate steps of biosynthetic pathway occur in the cytosol. In the liver, the rate of heme synthesis is highly variable, responding to alterations in the cellular heme pool caused by fluctuating demands for heme proteins. In contrast, heme synthesis in erythroid cells is relatively constant and it's matched to the rate of globin synthesis. Since بالerythrocyte only synthesis of hemoglobin, so it depends on the rate of globin synthesis فتقريبا constant. بالliver different type of hemoprotein synthesis فيعتمد على إيش قد demands قد استهلكنا. ممكن إذا كان عندنا كمية تصنع أكثر طبعا الريت راح يزداد، وإذا كان لا أقل راح يكون. إذا يعتمد على إيش قد الريت of heme protein synthesis بالليفر in general، بينما بالأرثروسايت بالأرثرويد سيل متحددة بإيش قد الريت of globin لأنه بس الهيموغلوبين راح يسنتسايز within RBC. Steps of heme synthesis. The first reaction in heme biosynthesis takes place in the mitochondria. The mechanism of reaction is the condensation of one glycine and one succinyl-CoA, and this reaction catalyzed by delta aminolevulinic acid synthase enzyme. So this reaction can be represented by following chemical equation. Succinyl-CoA with the glycine, decarboxylation of glycine, and then condensation with succinyl-CoA to form delta aminolevulinic acid plus CoA, and this reaction catalyzed by delta aminolevulinic acid synthase enzyme. Forming delta aminolevulinic acid can be represented by the following equation, as you like, either this equation or the previous one. The most important point, the coenzyme for delta aminolevulinic acid synthase enzyme is the pyridoxyl phosphate, which is one of the derivatives of vitamin B6. Delta aminolevulinic acid is also called 5-aminolevulinic acid. This reaction is the rate limiting step of heme biosynthesis. That's a very important point. The end product inhibition. This is normal regulation of porphyrin production. When porphyrin production exceeded the availability of globin, heme accumulates and is converted to hemin by oxidation of ferrous to ferric. Heme itself and hemin act as feedback inhibitors of aminolevulinic acid synthase enzyme. Hemin also inhibits transport of aminolevulinic acid synthase enzyme from cytosol site of synthesis into mitochondria, its site of action. So it decreases the activity of this enzyme. Now we will explain the effect of drugs on aminolevulinic acid synthase activity. In the previous slide, we explained normal regulation of porphyrin biosynthesis. Now, the effect of drugs that affect the activity of this enzyme. Administration of any or of a large number of drugs such as hydantoins and phenobarbital, which is anticonvulsants used to treat epilepsy, result in a significant increase in the hepatic aminolevulinic acid synthase activity. These drugs, it means hydantoins and phenobarbital, are metabolized by the macrosomal cytochrome P450 monooxygenase system, which is a hemoprotein oxidase system found in the liver. In response to this drug, the synthesis of cytochrome P450 proteins increases, leading to enhanced consumption of heme. طبعا ليش يزداد السينثيسيس of this enzyme؟ لأنه الدراكس هذه تستعمل for chronic يعني for epilepsy، والإبليبسي هو chronic disease، فدائما يستهلكها حتى to prevent accumulation of these drugs and lead to toxicity. So this in turn causes a decrease in the concentration of heme in liver cell. The lower intracellular heme concentration leads to an increase in the synthesis of aminolevulinic acid synthase enzyme and promotes a corresponding increase in the aminolevulinic acid synthesis. إذا نتيجة زيادة الكونسبشن of heme راح يقل النسبة مالته، لأن أنا دائما بحاجة إلى cytochrome P450 monooxygenase to metabolize this drug. إذا راح هذا نوع من الأكتيفيشن إلى زيادة بالسينثيسيس of aminolevulinic acid synthase enzyme. بالنتيجة هذا الإنزيم catalyze the reaction and lead to formation of aminolevulinic acid. فراح يسبب زيادة حتى يستمر يكون هيم ويكون لي this enzyme, it's important enzyme to metabolize this drug.